The moment I entered the courtroom, my mother scornfully glared, and my father averted his eyes. Abruptly, the judge paused, leaning in closely and whispering, "Don't you dare embarrass us today, Anna," my mother hissed, her voice cutting through the hushed grandeur of the courthouse lobby. "Just stay quiet and let the real lawyers handle this." My father wouldn't even look at me, his eyes fixed somewhere in the distance as if I was a shameful stain he couldn't bear to acknowledge. Nothing new there. They thought they knew me, thought I was still the family disappointment, the dropout, the failure they'd spent a lifetime pretending didn't exist. But little did they know, by the end of that day they'd be the ones truly shamed. And that was just the twisted beginning of a story that would unravel a family murder. My name is Anna, and I'm 31 years old. For most of my life, I've been the invisible one. The black sheep my parents conveniently forgot about when relatives asked after their children. We were at the courthouse in Omaha, Nebraska, because my parents, Helen and Robert Thompson, were trying to evict their tenant, a woman named Claire. Her crime? The audacity to ask for repairs before paying rent on a building that was literally falling apart. My parents owned 3 rental properties, all inherited from my grandfather. They ran them like a personal kingdom, collecting tribute without a thought for their subjects. Claire had lived in one of their apartments for 2 years, always paying on time, until the ceiling started leaking, and black mold, actual black mold, appeared in her daughter's bedroom. She'd withheld rent, demanding the repairs be done first. My parents' response? An eviction notice. She signed a contract. My mother had ranted at my sister Melissa over the phone just 2 weeks prior. She doesn't get to just stop paying because she's picky about a little moisture. A little moisture? That's what she called black mold. I'd heard about the case casually from Melissa, who, at 28, still lived under their suffocating control. She had no idea that I'd spent the last 7 years clawing my way through law school, working 3 jobs, sleeping in my car more times than I could count, and finally, passing the bar exam. I did it all alone, without a single dollar or word of encouragement from them. They didn't even know I'd gone to college, let alone become an attorney. The day I'd walked out of their house at 19, my father had thrown my belongings onto the front lawn like trash. "You're nothing!" he'd screamed, his face contorted. "You'll never amount to anything without us." My mother had stood in the doorway, arms crossed, cold as ice. "Don't come crawling back when you fail, Anna." But I hadn't. Not when I was sleeping in my beat-up car behind a grocery store, surviving on vending machine snacks. Not when I was so utterly exhausted from overnight shifts I could barely stay awake in class. I didn't ask them for help. I'd rather starve than swallow my pride and beg from people who'd made it brutally clear I was worthless. Now, as we walk toward the full story video added in below,